Imagine losing your Second Amendment rights not for any violent crime, not because you're a danger to society, but because of a decades-old nonviolent offense or a temporary mental health struggle. Yeah, the same one they want you to get help for, but when you do, they hold it against you. And now imagine there's finally a way to get these rights restored after decades of unconstitutional denial. Folks, that moment might be right before us right now. Today, we're diving into the Department of Justice's new proposed rule that could restore gun rights for millions of Americans. This is huge, and it's happening because of major pressure from pro-2A groups like Gun Owners of America. You're going to want to stick around for the details because chances are this affects somebody you know or somebody you love. GOA has mobilized its members to support this proposed rule by providing a pre-written comment for submission during the public comment period. And now I am mobilizing you. But before we get started, a big thank you to today's sponsor, Blackout Coffee, made by Patriots for Patriots. Whether you're grinding through the latest anti-gun legislation like me or gearing up for a range day, do it with a cup of premium roast from a company that actually supports the Second Amendment. Check us out at the link below. It's blackoutcoffee.com/GNG and use code GNG10 for 10% off of your order. All right, let's get into this. Back in 1992, something called the Schumer Amendment, yeah, that clown, Chuck Schumer, slipped through Congress. It didn't ban guns outright, but what it did was quietly cut off federal funding for a key part of our gun rights, the ability to petition the government to get your gun rights restored. Under federal law 18 U.S.C. 925C Charlie, the Attorney General was given clear authority to review cases and restore gun rights to people who were no longer dangerous. But thanks to Schumer's amendment, the ATF was defunded from processing those applications. His amendment said that all of the funding that they got couldn't be used for that particular thing of restoring the rights of non-violent felons. Many of these Americans committed non-violent offenses decades ago, and they were permanently disarmed. That's not justice, that's called tyranny. Now, the Department of Justice, under this new proposed rule, wants to change that. They're planning to move the rights restoration process back under the control of the DOJ, away from the ATF's defunded program, and reopen the path for nonviolent offenders to get their rights back. If you're saying, Jared, didn't you do a video about this a couple weeks ago? I did. When Pam Bondi first said she was doing this, I told everybody about it, but there was no course, there was no path for it. They had to propose this rule in order to do that. So here we are today. And that would mean millions of Americans, people with old, nonviolent records, or those who recovered from temporary mental health commitments, could finally have a real process to appeal and reclaim their Second Amendment rights. We're talking about Vietnam vets, Gulf War vets, small business owners, responsible citizens, people who paid their dues and lived law-abiding lives ever since. These are people who will benefit from this. Gun Owners of America, alongside Gun Owners Foundation, the Tennessee Firearms Association, and Firearms Regulatory Accountability Coalition, it's FRAC, I always kind of screw that up, they have submitted an official comment to the Department of Justice in full support of the proposed rule, but they didn't stop there. Their comment is loaded with constitutional arguments. For instance, GOA points out that the current blanket prohibition violates both the Second Amendment and due process rights. They remind the Department of Justice that throughout American history, only dangerous individuals were disarmed, not folks with minor infractions or temporary mental health issues. They also emphasize this: just because Congress defunded a program doesn't mean the law magically disappears. The authority under 925C Charlie is still there, and it's the duty of the Department of Justice to honor it. GOA even cited Supreme Court precedents like Heller and Bruin, which made it clear that gun rights are not second-class rights. They deserve real process, real protection, and real pathways for restoration. This isn't just about a few paperwork changes. This is about ending decades of unconstitutional punishment for people who were never a threat to begin with. It's also a powerful moment of recognition. Even under the Biden administration's Department of Justice, we started seeing cracks in the wall of gun control that's been built up by bureaucrats and anti-gun legislation for decades. Now, Eric Pratt, my buddy, who's the senior vice president of Gun Owners of America, said this, quote, "This is a monumental breakthrough after decades of injustice. GOA has long fought for the restoration of constitutional rights stripped by Chuck Schumer's amendment, and the Trump administration's rule is a powerful step in the right direction. We urge our members to speak up and flood the DOJ with support. Another friend of mine over at GOA is Aiden Johnston. He's the director of Federal Affairs for Gun Owners of America. He said, over the years, GOA has received countless calls and letters from honest Americans pleading for help to restore their Second Amendment right to protect themselves and their loved ones. This rule finally reestablishes the federal gun rights restoration statute, which has been defunded and blocked by Senator Schumer for decades. We're proud to support this reform and will be activating our grassroots to ensure the Department of Justice hears the support of the American people. Now, let's be clear, this didn't happen by accident. This happened because 2A groups applied sustained pressure, brought in legal firepower, and mobilized gun owners to flood the system with accountability. And that's why 2A advocacy matters. So what can you do about it? Well, right now, the Department of Justice is taking public comments on this rule, and GOA has made it incredibly easy for everybody to get involved. They've created a pre-written comment that you can just submit in a few clicks. It's fast, it's effective, and it shows this administration that the pro-gun side is watching. Now here's the GOA comment that has been prepared for you. Quote, I strongly support the Department of Justice's proposed rule to allow for federal restoration of gun rights pursuant to 18 U.S.C. 925C Charlie. It is not permissible to permanently deny millions of Americans the right to keep and bear arms when many of them were convicted decades ago of relatively non-serious and entirely non-violent crimes, or temporarily received mental health treatment and have long since recovered. Yet, since the Schumer Amendment took effect in 1992, untold thousands have been denied due process and prohibited from exercising their Second Amendment rights. I urge the DOJ to move forward and fully implement this rule through the creation of a formal process to ensure speedy rights restoration. Pretty solid comment, and of course, I will link this down below for you, and you can just copy it and paste it, or you can scan this QR code that I created for you as a shortcut. Now, once you go to the Federal Register page for the interim rule, click the green box that says Submit a Public Comment. Enter the prepared comment, copy and paste it. You can add a little if you want to make it more personal towards your story, and I highly, highly recommend that. And then submit it before the deadline. This interim rule was submitted on and has been effective since March 20th, 2025. Now, written comments must be submitted on or before June 18th, 2025. Comments postmarked on or before that date will be considered timely. The electronic federal docket management system will accept comments until midnight Eastern time on that date. Now, every comment matters. We need to overwhelm the DOJ with support for this rule so that they know the Second Amendment community is paying attention. Because if they see we're silent, they will back off. And you know that the anti-gunners will be flooding the comments so that the DOJ will try to sway the DOJ from actually doing this. This is a major opportunity to right a wrong that's been plaguing Americans for 30 years plus. If we're going to treat the Second Amendment like the fundamental right it is, then restoring those rights to the peaceful Americans who deserve it is a must. So let your voice be heard. Submit your comment and make sure to share this video with friends, especially those who have been impacted by these bans. And again, a huge thank you to Blackout Coffee for making these videos possible. If you want to support a pro-2A company that helps to keep this channel running and donates money to Second Amendment Foundation, Gun Owners of America, and Firearms Policy Coalition, check us out below. We've got great beans, awesome merch, and we're as patriotic as it gets. I didn't have my coffee yet, so I'm not even talking right. blackoutcoffee.com/GNG, code GNG10 saves you 10%. Guys, until next time, stay safe, stay ready, and as always, stay free. Take care. I need this.